You know, this is something that Republicans do every election cycle, right? They take an issue and they turn it into a purity contest, all right? You know, this is what Palin and the right wing is doing with Obama's comment that he wants to spread the wealth around. Suddenly, Obama is a socialist because he wants to spread the wealth around, all right? Well, let's get to specifics, okay? First of all, spreading the wealth around is not such a bad intent or motivation, all right? Economists claim capitalism spreads the wealth around. A rising tide lifts all boats. They claim trickle-down economics is how to spread the wealth around, all right? Spreading the wealth around is not a bad thing. The question is how you go about doing it, all right? So some claimed intent that he wants to spread the wealth around. Well, that by itself is not socialist, all right? That's just a phrase you flashed onto and twisted it to interpret it in the worst possible way as being socialist. You know, if Obama was socialist, he would advocate the abolition of private property. He would advocate the formation of central planning committees to establish production quotas, all right? None of that is taking place. You know what's happening? He is advocating tweaking the progressive tax structure. And you know, it's like the world's falling apart for you people. He's socialist. He wants to repeal the Bush tax cuts. Oh my God, you know, it's, you know, honest people can disagree about what's fair in the tax structure, but changing the structure of taxes in this country is not socialism, all right? It's still a capitalist economy. How we determine what is fair for people to pay taxes, that's something honest people can debate, all right? Myself, I think that the Bush tax cuts need to be repealed because the wealthiest Americans have seen just phenomenal economic growth over the past 8 years, and the lower tiers of the economy, frankly, have not. The government has been working primarily for the wealthy class in this country, outsourcing jobs, fair trade deals, all this other stuff meant to undermine the value of labor in this country, all right? To make it as cheap as possible, all right? Cheap labor is good for the wealthy, but it's not good for the people who are trying to earn a living in the lower income tiers, all right? So the fact that the infrastructure has been geared for helping the wealthiest in this country, it's only fair that the wealthiest people should pay more taxes, all right? Only fair, in my opinion. But, you know, to get back on point, claiming that wanting to tweak the progressive tax structure in this country is socialism, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's hyperbole and it's wrong, all right? It's being dishonest. Of course, that's why it fails the purity test, because a pure person would never utter such a phrase as spread the wealth around, okay? Even though that's what trickle down was supposed to do, and that proved to be an utter failure. Well, that's all.